So I got this nice cowling here that looks pretty good on this side, but the other side, it's got some damage to it. We got some fiberglass damage here, as well as some scratching here, and then a crack right along here. So I want to be doing some repairs to this. We're going to be painting it. I got a paint sprayer to be messing with and some Total Boat wet edge to spray it with, but we're going to be doing some repair using Total Fair epoxy fairing compound from Total Boat. It depends on the type of fiberglass repair on what you can and can't do with cracks like this. So it really depends on where the fiberglass is and why it is cracking in the first place. Because on a cowling like this, it's not going to be doing a lot of flexing, whereas like on your boat and certain sections of the boat is going to be flexing. So if you've got cracks like this on your boat, you really can't just fair it out, because the underlying fiberglass that you repair with something like a Total Boat Total Fair, this is a fairing compound. It's not necessarily like it's going to fix an actual crack, especially on a high vibration area. So when you think about it, think about this right here as a covering. So you're basically putting a covering on the fiberglass, whereas if the fiberglass itself, being this right here, is cracked, that crack is going to continue to crack as this thing is vibrating. So if you use a Total Fair like this in order to just cover up the crack, over time the crack on the underlying fiberglass is going to be moving around and flexing, which is going to make the crack reappear, because it's going to crack the Total Fair in the long run, depending on where the crack is. On a cowling, something like this, it's going to take a lot of vibration, a long time for that crack to reappear. So you can pretty much fair out any cowling like this with a Total Fair. But if you have on your boat certain areas, you're going to want to actually use fiberglass to cover up the crack and repair it properly. Otherwise, the crack is going to come back later on. And then depending on where the crack is on the boat, like if it's coming from a T-top or something like that, where the T-top is actually stressing the deck or the console or wherever it's attached to, that crack is because of a stress. And that stress, the more you use the boat, is going to come back even after you repair it. You would have to do structural rebuilding in order to make sure that the vibration and the stress of the T-top is not going to make the crack come back. This is common on things that have outboards on brackets, stuff like that. If the back of the boat is in a certain way where the weight of the engines and the boat going through the water is stressing a certain area on the sides of the boat, those cracks are going to come back because of the stress. You have to get rid of the stress and the functionality of it in order to stop them from happening. But now that you understand that situation and how you can't just cover up a crack because it's going to come back later on, let's take the stickers off of this cowling and we'll start sanding all this down, so that way we can apply our Total Fair, fair this out, and get it ready to paint. Stickers are pretty easy to take off. We're just going to heat them up and then we're going to peel them off. All right, I got pretty much all the stickers off of there. I think I'm just gonna go start sanding. If this gives me a problem, then I'll try and remove it. But I think for what this is and how bad this is, I'm just gonna go ahead and start sanding. Our question now becomes this gasket. I think that's gonna be the play, to go ahead and undo these staples, pull the staples out, and then try and reuse the staples and put it back on there. So I took a staple out, I put it back in, and as you can see, it clearly did not go as smoothly as I would like. And we're talking 1, 2, okay, let's just do this size. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. We're talking about 27 staples. And this took me, about 5 minutes or so on one staple. So 27 times 5, I mean, that's a lot. That's going to be 3 hours just on this gasket here. So I don't know if I'm really willing to commit to that. Staples are starting to break and it's just not going to be good to do it. I'm going to sand around this and then I'm just going to peel this back. I'll tape it, see if I can't get it to kind of stick back a little bit. That way I can do it. It's going to be fine. I don't need to pull this off. I spared you the pain of watching me sand this whole thing, because sanding is sanding. You pretty much take your sander and you sand. Now, there's a lot of scratches that you can get out of here just with sanding, because a lot of them are surface, like this one. I need to wipe this thing down with acetone, clean it all up so I can see what exactly everything looks like. But like these right here, those you can't sand out. This right here, can't sand that out. This one, can't sand that out. Now I went ahead and went large on the sanding here on the area, went through the paint, got to the primer. That way I got something good for the total boat, total fair to adhere to. But other than that, we're pretty much close to being ready. You know, basically I just need to wipe this down with acetone. That way we can see everything, and then spot sand it. So like right here, I need to clean this thing out, because this is all going to need to get total faired, and you need something for the total fair to adhere to. So like this crack right here, I'm going to fair from probably here to here. I'll probably end up sanding this off too, and just coat this whole thing right here, as well as from like here to here. I'm going to coat that whole thing with total fair. Actually, there's quite a bit of stress cracks. I'm going to probably sand all this down to about here, probably sand that too, and then like that's a scratch there. So I'll probably do like a big whole thing right here with the total fair. It's just going to be a skim coat, because a lot of this is just from impact. It's not really, you know, like a stress crack. But I'll sand all this down after I clean it, and then we will be able to mix up the total fair and put it on there, and I'll show you what that looks like. I'm gonna just let me sand this out, and then we'll go ahead and do that. Much better. Now you can see everything clearly. So these marks right here, these spirals, that's from using a 150. I'm going to re-sand this before painting with 220, but I need to work like these scratches here, that scratch there, that's pretty, I could probably get that one the rest of the way out. All this is pretty well good. These I'll get with 220, so I'll hit those out with 220. That'll work out with 220. All this, see, this is all going to be total fair. I'm going to need to sand this out right here. This really gets a sticker put on it, but I don't know if I'll put a sticker on there or just leave it painted. I mean, really, I could sand it and then fill it with total fair. I could do that too, but that right there is going to, all this is total fair. I'll probably sand some more back here to get this a little bit better, a little bit wider. This side over here is all pretty well good. I don't really have any cracks over on this side. All this will come out with 220. We're pretty already good for 220 to paint. That right there, that 220, 220, 220. All this could be 220'd. All this is 220. So I'm pretty much ready for 220. I'm gonna work this scratch just a little bit more, and then what I'll do is, if I can't get that one out, then that'll be total fair. But the rest of these, I'll see if I can't work those out a little bit more. But this is all ready for total fair. I'm gonna touch this up, and then we will get out the total fair and start working it out. All right, now we are down to the easy part of this here. All we need, a couple popsicle sticks, some mixing spreaders. I like these right here, pretty nice. Got these from Total Boat. There's different sections and styles depending on what you're doing to mix it up. And we have our Total Fair epoxy fairing compound. There's a hardener and the resin, and then we need a mixing tray or a barbecue chicken cauliflower crust pizza box. So we just need to take the resin out, and it's just a 1-to-1. So, you know, however big this one is, that's how much hardener you need. We're going to mix it up, and we're going to skim coat over all of this, which should be very easy. Let me get some gloves on, and we will mix it up and spread it on, and then we'll be able to pretty much come back, sand this down. Now, you don't want to do too thick. So when you mix this up, this is blue and yellow, and when you mix it up, right now it's like a greenish bluish tint. I need to scrape the top off of it, and then this one's like a tan brownish color, but when you mix it up, it turns green. So it kind of turns that green right there. So when it comes out, I'm pretty sure it's blue, and we'll mix it up. It'll turn green, and then that's how we know it's ready to put on. And then we're just going to skim over all these spots and coat this whole section here with a skim coat. Remember, whatever you put on, you have to take off. So you know, the more you put on, the more sanding you're gonna have to do later on. So it's a lot easier to do thinner coats than it is to do one massive thick coat that you got to sand a bunch down. Unfortunately, my hardener pretty much hardened up, so I mixed it up, and I mean that's what it basically should look like, and it smoothed out the way it should. But we'll see if this ever gets hard. If not, I'm gonna have to order some more hardener at least. I mean, my resin was still good, but the actual hardener was poop. So resin was good, hardener was poop. I dug out a bunch of it to try and get to some good stuff, which, you know, I got down there and some of it looked good. So we'll see if this hardens up tomorrow. You know, if it's not hard tomorrow, then I'll just scrape it all off of there, and then we will go back to the drawing board with ordering some more. I'll have to order some more. I don't know if I could get just a hardener by itself, or I think you can buy them basically as a package. So I made it up way more than I needed to, but I wasn't sure. I didn't want to have it too thick, but that's pretty thick. And here we are. I've left it for a couple days because it's been so cold out here, but this is hard as a rock. This is all nice and smooth. This is all good. Now I think all we need to do is go ahead and sand this down to smooth it all out. It is pretty thick in some spots, but we're just going to go ahead and take like a 150 to knock it down. Once we knock this down, get it all smoothed out to where it looks good, we're going to go ahead and hit this thing with 220 all the way around. 220 sandpaper. Make sure that we didn't miss anything. I'm pretty sure we're good to go. The only question I have is up here. There's a couple spots that it doesn't catch my nail, so I don't think we're got any problems there. But this will have to be sanded down. This is pretty thick, and we'll just make this all smooth, and once we get it all smooth, we'll be ready to paint this bad boy. So that is how. Let me sand this down before I talk about anything else and talk about painting it, so that way you can see what this looks like after it's sanded. All right, well, I took a little bit too much off of here, so it's starting to show that one spot, that one crack, so I'll probably go another round. But also, because of how old my hardener was, like, all this is looking good and filled and smooth and not gonna be a problem, but all these little pinholes from that old stuff, I'm gonna have to go ahead and run another round just to fill these holes up, and then I'll probably build this up just a little bit more, just so that way that right there is not as exposed. I should have kept that covered up, but I took a little bit too much off. 220 was probably the play, not the 150, but that's fine. It's not that hard to mix this stuff up and go one more round, fill all these holes up. Normally it's a lot easier when stuff is new, but since I only have the old stuff and my hardener is getting old, I probably should have used it sooner than what I did. But we're gonna go ahead and do another pass at this to fill these holes up. All right, there we go, and now we wait. It's still a little cold out, so this is still a little sticky and wet. We're gonna have to let this dry a little bit more, but this all right here all smoothed out nice and good. The thin spots did, but yeah, we're gonna have to let this dry before I can sand the rest of this down to make this look pretty. Okay, so I got the cowling all sanded down with some 320. We're basically ready to paint, except for this issue right here. So first of all, get you some new Total Fair, and don't be an idiot like me and try and use old stuff that is going to leave you with all these pinholes and then become a problem. For this project, I'm fine with the way this is going to turn out. I do have a little trick that I'm going to do with these little pinholes. We're just going to be using a little bit of glazing putty. So we're just going to glazing putty. Actually, all of this is good. All this down here is good. It's just this right here and that right there that I need to fill with the glazing putty. So I'm gonna put that on there, but that'll at least let me be ready to put some paint on there. But yeah, that's how you repair some fiberglass cracks. Okay, so I just need one more quick round of putty, just for, actually nothing there, just these couple little spots right here, this spot right here, and then this spot right here. Other than that, all these, they look like they're something, but they're nothing. It's all about your finger and what you can feel. I can feel a little bit of something there, so I'm gonna see if I can't sand this out, and if not, I'll have to mark that and putty that. But all this is good. It's just that spot right there, that spot there, and then these last little spots right here. So we'll putty those out, and then this thing will be ready to paint. It's all been sanded. And that is beautiful, smooth as a baby's behind. So now I'm just pretty much ready to clean this up with acetone, put some tape around the gasket, and we can paint this, but that'll be a different video. This was just on repairing these cracks.